What's up, fuckers? Ah! What are you doing in here, dude? What are you doing in this fucking Discord? Huh? What are you doing?
Spilled my tea.
Did I scare you?
No,
I
like I took a swig and I'm like, missed.
Yeah, it's like be like that sometimes. Sometimes it just literally like it really do look like tobacco spit. Show the world your tobacco spit. Yeah. I've been doing dip since 16.
Been doing dip.
I remember having my first dip with my pappy. Yes, sir. And he told me to shoot the family cat because he hated that fucker. Poor Fluffles. I love that song, bitch. But anyways, I digress. You know, we're not talking about... I know last time I talked about doing an episode on cryptids and shit, but we're not the last podcast on the left as much as I would wish to be on that show. We're Dryftcast, and we're going to talk about something a little bit more personal to us, and that's going to be fitness. But before we get into that, I want to say sorry for being a bitch. I've been a bitch lately. You know, I've been kind of, distracted from everything in my life. You know, that happens when you meet a girl and stuff like that. For me, was I really got distracted, and so, but here we are. I'm getting back to it, and we're going to get back to it. So look forward to new content. I'm going to be editing some more of Minecraft episodes and stuff like that. We're going to gun a few out, and then we'll see where we go from there. I'm going to talk to Wyatt, and we're going to see if we could do some more IRL videos and do some fun shit. So, yeah, let's fucking, without further ado, get into it. So I feel like the first thing about fitness that we should talk about is our personal stories. Wyatt, you have an amazing story that whenever I go to the gym, I think about, because motherfucker, if there's anyone that inspires me to like look good and like work on myself physically, it's you. You son bitch, it's you. So let's hear Wyatt's story first.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
So I guess to start, when I first started, I was 170 pounds. Cameron in the back. I don't know if you heard him, but
No.
yeah, I was 170 pounds,
Yeah.
And then a little friend named Tristan was like, "Why, you need to work out?" Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the too long did it read side of the story.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was like, "Yeah, I need to work out. You know, you're getting a little chubby there." And I'm like, "Well, fuck, I kind of want to kill myself now because you said that."
Yeah.
But, I mean,
it's kind of a shitty thing to say. I'm not going to lie. You don't go up to somebody and be like, "Hey, you're looking pretty chubby." That's not good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So,
Tristan's not always been the more sensitive type. So.
Yeah. So after that, I bought my first membership, and I was like, "Damn, that's a lot of money." And then I still remember to this day, like when I first started working out, I would be on the treadmill, like I would do like dead ass sprints for an hour. Cause like
Sheesh.
I bought these pills, and they're like supposed to be like weight loss pills, but they're pretty much like crack in a pill form. And I was like, I went ape shit in the gym sometimes, and I would stay there for 2 hours. Like I'd run for an hour, and then after that I'd work out, and then I'd not eat really at all. So like pretty much starving myself, which is not the way to go.
Yeah.
And then I got really skinny, and then I started doing things right, lifting some heavy stuff, and I've gained a little, but I'm still on my way.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like my most jacked moment was this last summer or like winter time of last year.
Yeah.
It was either one of those two, because I was on my cut, and then in the summer I was like main gaining, which was like crazy. Like I was veins everywhere and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, you were a fucking veiny last summer, dude.
Yeah.
It looks like you looked like a fucking human harp. It was like fucking nuts, dude. Like so many chords and shit. So yeah.
As of recently, COVID got over, so I kind of like lost my way a little bit. But this time around, I'm trying to like enjoy stuff more, so I'm not really as strict.
Yeah.
But
which is important.
I'm still going at it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You need to have a social life. That's the thing, is like you need to have a social life, and you need to enjoy life, because it's not all about, like aesthetics and stuff like that. Like what point is there to be aesthetically, fit and beautiful
if like if that's all your life is. And so like I'm glad that you're taking more of that, because I mean, you have many reasons to do so. We have a really good friend group, and we go and do a lot of stuff together, and like we eat a lot. We go out and we do a lot of stuff. So it's like literally like it's a good thing. So it's like kind of gives you a reason to go out and do it. And I mean, that's what it is for me. Like personally, like I haven't been at it nearly as long as you. I could say so for certain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a guest on our show.
Oh, dude, let's go. Okay, welcome to the stream. Or a stream. Welcome to the podcast. What's going on?
Say hello to the podcast, Cameron. And that was Cameron, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Okay. Okay.
Oh my god, dude, what a crackhead. I love him.
But yeah, anyway, what's your story?
So my story, well, dude, like it all started with the fact that, I was down bad. I feel like a lot of really good, successful stories about fitness start when you're down bad and you hate yourself. That's why I say when it comes down to fitness, like the only people that really do it hate themselves. Like you hate yourself. Like the people that go to the gym, they do it because they are unhappy. Like that, the best way to put it, and like to put it in an actual easy way to understand, is that people go to the gym to improve upon themselves, and so that they can find ways of feeling better. That's how I see it. Because people go to the gym for various reasons, but that's the main reason. Some people go because it's good for them and they need to get their heart, they need to focus on like cardio exercises and stuff like that, or respiratory exercises because of the fact that they have conditions. But for the most of us, we go to the gym because we want to feel better about ourselves. And that was me. There was a point in my life where I right after high school, where I was so depressed, like literally, we've talked about this before, but like I felt like offing myself after high school. And so for me, I developed an unhealthy habit of when I am depressed or anxious, I eat, and I overeat, and I used to overeat a shitload, like really, really fucking bad. And, so I gained literally, like in high school, I was like around like 175-ish to 180. But then I was literally at, 190, like plus sometimes. And, like, because your weight does vary. That's what I've realized, is that sometimes it'll be up, sometimes it'll be down. But especially when you do not control, like, it was like fucking, for me, it was nuts. Because, like, some days I wouldn't eat breakfast, lunch, but I would chow down like a motherfucker at dinner. And so then there would be other times where I'd just, like, eat all day. And it was just unhealthy, So the biggest thing for me was like, I, as of recently, since I started going to the gym and focusing more on fitness, I did it because I felt like I wanted more, and I felt like I could do more for myself, and I wanted to feel better and look better. The thing is that like I want it for me. I want to be the best person I can be, because like I can't look at myself in the mirror and say, wow, you've gained so much weight, you are fat. Like to me, that's the way it was. And that can sound insensitive to some people. And I should have said trigger warning before that. But like literally the thing is that, I was very harsh on myself, but also very realistic. And the thing is like I was very frustrated with the fact that, I was not, having any, I was basically an incel. I was like, dude, like women don't talk to me because I'm ugly. But the thing is like I'm not going to let that be my only thing. So like literally, as of, I don't know, like 3 months ago, I want to say has it been like 3 months, 2 or 3 months? Like,
Since you first started?
Yeah, since I really first started like with diet and exercise. I feel like, Wyatt's been with me every step of the way. Yeah, maybe like a little less than that, but I've already lost like 20 pounds, and which was fucking phenomenal for me. That was fucking crazy, bro. Like losing 20 pounds was fucking amazing for me. That was such a huge landmark for me. And now I'm actually at a good place where I do feel very comfortable with my weight, and especially with like my body fat. I could definitely do a lot more to cut down on my body fat, because like in particular me, I want abs. I don't want a dad bod. And like for me, it's always been about, trying to find, the best, or trying to be the best that I can be, both like emotionally, spiritually, and especially physically, because I feel like I was fat and I had issues with my weight and eating. And ever since then, losing 20 pounds, getting some definition on myself. Like you can really see it in my face. Like if you guys really, really want to understand, like I'm probably not gonna be doing before and after pictures and stuff like that, like to post publicly. For me personally, it's more of a personal thing. But if any of you guys want to see, like literally you can tell from the very first episode of the podcast to this current episode of the podcast, literally how much like I've lost weight in my face. And yeah, I feel a lot more slimmed down and trimmed and stuff like that. So mine is a story of recent beginnings and also a story of continuation where I'm leaving off. So yeah, that's me right now. So that's my story. But like as for me, I feel like we should try. I feel like what's more important about this episode is that we could literally be there for people that, are wanting to get into, fitness and improving themselves and looking better and feeling better. Like what's some advice that you can give to like people that, want to start, cutting and trimming or even bulking up? Because I feel like a lot of people don't understand is that, there are people that struggle with gaining weight as well, that then that's also a part of the equation. It's always about losing or gaining, and I feel like people really think it's only about losing, but it could also be about gaining.
I would say, there's a lot of advice you can give. Like the people that you see on the internet with like fucking massive bodies, don't think you're ever gonna like. I know it's kind of like down in the dumps, but it is extremely hard to get there.
Yeah.
You probably won't get there. So don't beat yourself up if you don't. You're a human being. Most of the time, people, like, when you see people competing, they're not natural. So if you want to look like people in the Instagram posts, just be careful who you look at. Also try to find some, YouTubers or whatever it is, influencers that can help you on your journey too, so you can like learn different exercises. The internet is like an amazing place. So
yeah, but it's also could be a lot of places can like misconstrue information and stuff like that.
So just be careful. And when it comes to like your emotions too, it can really hinder or like boost your workout. Like for me, like I've been really angry recently, so I've been just trying to like go really hard in the gym and like listening to really loud music. Or like whenever like I'm sad, I'm like, well shit, like I have nowhere else to go, so I'm just gonna be here. If you like use your emotions to your like advantage, it'll like really help shit.
True.
And it can clear your mind also.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, fuck, I really hate my mom right now, you can go to the gym and just like clear your mind and be like,
did she
Mom,
fucking take away your Xbox? Fuck that bitch. Go to the gym, like literally. Dude, you need to be like, you need to just go to the gym and get swole, so when she tries to take away your Xbox, you literally take away your dad and say, you take my Xbox, I take your husband, bitch. And that's the way it is,
What the fuck?
like just hide him in your closet, man.
Yeah.
Like literally. But no, I agree with that, in that terms. Like I feel like a lot of people are like, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get yoked. I'm going to look like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he's going to be like, ugh. I'm going to be like, ugh. And it's just like a lot of people really think that they could get like absolutely fucking humongous, dude. And the thing is like, what people don't understand is that literally there is a portion of it that is genetics and stuff like that, because like some people just have big frames and stuff like that, where like literally they could just like build off of those like giant frames. Now other people like me, I'm naturally a skinny kid. Even when I was like fat, like I was very like it was very like I was still kind of like in a very like body type kind of way, very slim and husky, like so like literally there's different types of body types and stuff like that, and some people can get massive like Dwayne The Rock Johnson and stuff like that, but some people can't. That doesn't mean that you won't look good, because you could still build muscle and you could still look good, but you're not going to be super fucking massive. And like there are people that take roids and they do this and they do that, and you know, but so like what you can do is essentially work with what you got. That's why I've really learned to love and appreciate myself, even though I'm still going to be insecure. But, and, you know, going to the gym won't, like, eliminate your insecurities, but it will definitely give you a platform to feel better and kind of build some confidence, which I think is important because it's helped me a lot with my confidence. So, like, working with what you have and being reasonable and being, you know, being realistic is important, because like anybody can lose 20 pounds, anybody can gain 20 pounds, anybody can maintain their current, you know, weight and stuff like that. And it's equal parts diet and exercise. And yeah, so like that's my main advice would be, you know, yes, go onto the internet, you know, find some good, you know, influencers that can really help you. I really go and highly recommend anybody out there that's listening to this and thinking about it, check out Athlean X, because Wyatt, you know, actually has some of their programs, and he could, you know, tell you about how good it is. But they also like the dude does such a very good job of explaining things in ways that anyone can understand. And he kind of puts it plain and simple. And when I need to look for like new exercises, or if I need to look at like how diet affects, you know, how you build or lose weight, and anything I really need, he provides. Plus he has his own programs and stuff.
Speaking of Athlean X, like today I was like looking through TikTok and I saw the notification banner on my phone. And he titled his video, "Why Masturbation is Killing Your Gains."
Shit. Well, looks like my gains are getting killed, bro.
Well, like I see that, and then on TikTok, and it's like masturbation can boost your life expectancy up to 2 times, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm living to like 2147.
Shit, ain't gained nothing but life, baby. Ain't nothing but life. Like at this point, bro. Shit. At this point, dude, I have become a time god, dude. Like, literally, I will see the beginning and the end of the new era of the universe, you know? I'll look at the thermal death of the universe, you know? Oh my god. But no, in all seriousness, you know, go check out Athlean X, but also, you know, be realistic with yourself and try to develop a habit. Don't push yourself too hard at first. You know, just go to the gym, you know, go and like go on walks, you know, on the treadmill, maybe go on a jog or something. You know, do something that will get you used to going. And then you could experiment, you know, and try different things before you start doing programs or making your own program. That way you could also see like other people, you know, there as well. You know, you could see, you know, hey, this person's doing that, and that kind of, you know, makes a lot of sense, you know, and you could like kind of get other ideas from talking to people, or just, you know, seeing how other people do their program. I wouldn't necessarily recommend going up and talking to every single person you see, though, because like literally for me, like I am so in the zone, and there was this one fucking dude, and it pissed me off. I was doing my cool down on the treadmill. I was just going on a brisk walk, and the door opens to our gym here at our apartment complex, and in runs 3 fucking children. And I'm like, you know, maybe they're just coming in here to learn about gains, bro. And I'm like, I fuck with it. And then their fucking stupid dad walks in, and they're just like climbing on all of the equipment that hasn't been cleaned.
I went right after you and I saw them.
Oh yeah, so like they just ran in there. They were just climbing all over the equipment and using it as like a jungle gym and stuff like that. And then the dad's like, "Oh, be careful." And I'm like, "Dude, if you do not fucking control your kids, this dumbbell will be going into your ass, man. Like literally, your anus will be lifting weights."
A dumbbell.
Yeah, dude, like something like that, man. But I'm like, dude, because like his kid. Like, I shit you not, it is like something that every kid does, and they can get seriously fucking hurt. Treadmills can fucking seriously hurt you. Like, so this kid goes on, he turns on the treadmill right next to me, and then immediately what he does is he just starts like pounding the speed key, and he's like beep 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 beep, and he's like fucking so short and stubby. He's just a child, and he's like. And then he's starting to stumble, and like he's trying to turn it down, like he's trying to stop because he's panicking, and then like literally he fucking falls, and I catch him, and then I was like, because I was like, what the fuck, kid, you're gonna eat shit here, and like he was about to. And then his dad just looks at me, and I'm like, you're fucking looking at me, bitch? How about you take your kids to a fucking park where they belong and quit being a bad parent? Jesus fuck, man. I was like, literally like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, you totally killed my vibe.
The time I went to the gym with my mom, and then she was just on the treadmill walking, and then like, it's not a button thing, it's like a knob that you push up.
Oh
and then,
yeah.
like, the speed goes.
Okay.
And she like dropped her phone, and there was like this like weird kind of like dock thing, and it lodged between that and the so like it fucking sped her.
Dude.
So what? And my mom's like she's a little brittle. So it's like when she fucking runs, she's like running for her actual life. And I saw her, I looked back, I was doing squats, and dude, she was hauling ass, trying not to fall. And then she was screaming, and then she like turned it down again. And then she's like,
my jaw hurts, dude.
She finally jumped, or like kind of like spread her like legs to where like she hit the sides of it. So
oh yeah, she's like propping herself up, yeah.
Yeah, and then she was like gasping for air. She's like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Oh my
and I'm
god.
like mid squat, laughing my ass off. I can't get back up again.
Funny. Oh my god, dude. No, dude, I've seen that. You know, that's some shit, bro. There's got to be a fucking term for that, like other than the runs, you know, because fucking Christ, man.
There's a lot of gym fails out there that are funny as shit.
Oh yeah. You showed me this one video of this dude like fucking breaking his kneecap.
Oh yeah, no, he squatted so much weight where his fucking leg just like snapped. And both of his legs, and it made a loud ass crack, and then he dropped. And I was like, I
don't fuck with it. It's
the
so
type of cringe that's like makes you feel pain in like everywhere in your body.
Dude, I feel that pain, dude. Like Marisa brought it up last night, and I was like, no, shut up. And we were listening to like fucking Drake, and like she's like, remember that one time that like Wyatt showed us that fucking video of that dude snapping his leg? And I was like, cups of the rose. Like, I was like, dude, I ain't fucking with that shit. And I was like, dude, no. And then she just kept going, and I'm like, fuck that dude that you love so bad. I was actually
the old woman that did the COD zombies fucking.
I was literally you send me some like they're funny but like definitely insensitive, which is why sometimes they're funny. And I was like sitting with Jaylene, and I was laughing, and she's like, what? And I'm like, oh, Wyatt sent me like some funny shit. I don't want to show you. And she's like, okay, you better not, because she understands. I'm like, bruh. I was like, like some of the things that you show me, I cannot show to anyone else, you know?
The only thing, I wouldn't have laughed if they didn't put the COD zombies like sound effect in there. When they did that, it just made me fucking laugh. I'm like, wow, now I can't stop thinking about
yeah, dude.
Because, oh my god. Her mouth had like the same kind of like What a zombie.
She had a gym fail. She had a gym fail, and that's it took the prize. So like, a moral of the story: don't bring your kids to the Church of Iron. Okay, do not do that shit. Okay, like your kids do not belong running around on treadmills. Your kids do not belong on all sorts of equipment, fucking around with it. They can hurt themselves, and literally, it's just absolutely fucking stupid. Like, if you want your kid to be safe and you want to teach your kid about fitness, then do it in a controlled environment where you can supervise them, because you don't want your kid to get fucked up on a treadmill. So don't fucking do that. But so yeah. So I would say, with that in mind, I would say another piece of advice is like, find somebody that you know that already has been through it. Like for me, it's Wyatt and stuff like that. So if you really just like, pace yourself, if you have people you can go with or talk to, and then if you have other things, like other resources that help you, then that's fucking amazing, and you should really look into that, because that shit, that will get you on the right track, because there's a lot of benefits to exercise, and going to the gym is a very great way to exercise because it helps you look better and feel better, like aesthetically speaking. So
Yeah.
if that's what you're looking for. So
Just also remember though, like, working out's nice and all, but if you want to lose weight, 80% of the work is in the kitchen.
true.
So try, like, don't be that person that eats chicken and broccoli 24/7. Like, that's depressing as shit. So try to find like healthy recipes to make cool ass shit. Like,
True.
I have a recipe for protein French toast.
Yeah.
I have like a 1 minute protein cake that I've been making. Protein ice cream that's like in a fucking entire blender and it's 200 calories.
Which is fucking nuts.
So, I mean, just find shit. I mean, there's another YouTuber called Will Tennyson, and he's hella funny.
Shout
and
out to
he
Will
makes
Tennyson.
He makes cool protein like recipes and shows you workouts and shit like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of really fucking good YouTubers out there that will really help you with that shit. And so like, but yeah, Wyatt, I was like, Wyatt, I want abs. And he's like, well, you know what they say, Richard, abs are made in the kitchen. And I was like, really? I'm like, then what do I got to make to get these motherfuckers? Do I have to make some supreme like fucking Italian dish or something like that, where if I eat it, I immediately get yoked? No. The truth is that abs are exceptionally hard to get, especially like a clean, like cut, 6-pack and stuff like that. I feel like anybody can do it. It's just like very, very tough because of the fact of how much, because like, doesn't it come down to mostly like body fat percentage and stuff like that?
Yeah, so it comes down to body fat percentage, and usually like me and you, when we work out, when you hit your peak, you're usually around 10 to 15% body fat, maybe a little bit more, 10 to 17%.
Yeah.
But like ab range where you can like fucking, you're like shredded, you're like, you can see all the striations and shit like that. That's from like 13% body fat down.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's incredibly hard to do that. And really one of the only ways to kind of do that is to watch your macronutrients, which is your carbs, your proteins, and your fiber, your I'm forgetting the other one though. But yeah, it comes down to those things, or your fats. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, for real.
And it comes down to like how much you're eating too. Like you have to like shred, and it gets really hard.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it is very tough.
I would say, if you look at like health shit, like the healthiest you can be is between 10 to 17% body fat. If you really go down below that, you're kind of risking your health, because the fat in your body has benefits as well.
Yeah, you do need some.
Too much fat's bad, but like you do need some fat in your
too
body.
much and too little. Like you have to find a medium, and that's what like all things in life, like doesn't matter if it's exercise and your diet and like physical things like body fat and stuff like that. You can have too much and you can have too little in everything. So it's just like, that's what I've realized as well.
Yeah.
But,
Also, make sure just to fucking reward yourself every now
oh
and
yeah,
then. Like,
cheat
man,
day.
have a donut. Like sometimes,
Yeah,
like
fucking
keep your
right.
sanity in life. Like,
Yeah.
actually be happy for once.
Yeah. And don't look at, and like with these cheat days and the times that you do cheat, don't look at it as a way of I'm failing. Look at it as in I earned this, I earned this opportunity to go and get this. And it's like, if you earn it, then you deserve it, and so make sure that you do have that. And don't overdo your cheat days either. Like literally, I went so ham, and then I went so ham on eating only rice and chicken, and then only like eating and counting every single like calorie that I was eating, that I was going nuts. And like there was this one time when I went and ate Applebee's like on my cheat day, and it was like euphoria for me. And like literally I had like a fucking like a food gasm, because I was like literally just eating so many. I was like, oh, I ate it so quick. I was just like so fucking ready for that food. So it's just like, but also like sometimes, I developed, this kind of habit of eating way too much, and having way too many cheat days. So like I gained some, and then I had to lose it again. But then like I realized, well, I've already lost this much, and then gaining this, it sucks, but it's like I already know what to do, and I know I can lose it again, easily. And so it's and it is another thing to keep in mind is that is for some people it's a lot easier to lose weight than others. Like for women, it is very hard to lose weight because of just how their hormones affect their metabolism and stuff like that. So for all my ladies out there, keep working hard. I know it's tough, but you can lose any amount of weight and you can gain any amount of weight. And I know it's hard to see dudes go and like shred super easy, super quick. But the thing is that you can do it too. And it is hard, but there are resources out there. There, just as much as there are people out there that like Athlean X that goes and makes, general videos about general fitness and, diet. There are people out there, I would imagine, especially women that are in fitness, that can tell you more about how to do it. There isn't one real way to lose weight and stuff like that. There's a formula you could follow, but it's not always going to work for specific people because sometimes you have something else going on. So it is very tough for women, I will say. It's from having the conversations that I've had with some women that, want to get into like fitness, and they're like saying, I keep going to the gym and I keep dieting and stuff like that, but like I can't lose weight. And that's a scary thing. But the thing is that you need to go and look in a little deeper to it and do your research. Wyatt pointed me in the right direction, and that's how I did all of my research. And yeah, like literally losing weight is pretty much like 80% diet. And if you throw exercise in there, you're going to lose exponential amounts of weight. So like for me, I had to go and, look at how many calories I need to be consuming to put myself in calorie deficit, which is how you burn fat and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, for me, like with my cheat days, it's usually like I've gotten to the point of like working out for like 3 years, 3.5 years,
Yeah.
something like that, where it's like eating healthy is like the norm now, and it's like eating healthy is just like eating like as if I always had. So like cheat days aren't necessarily like the forefront of my mind. Like I want to have a burger. No, it's like right now I'm like I want to have some like a nice ass steak or like a nice ass chicken breast. Like it's just weird. It's how your brain wires kind of shit if you've been eating like that for so long.
Yeah, it becomes a part of your normal, and it becomes a habit.
Yeah. So my cheat days usually I've set it up to where like my cheat like full on days where I eat whatever the fuck I want is my birthday and New Year's to celebrate the planet still the planet still turning.
Yeah.
And one for like, a day of being, another year being alive. So it's like that. And then like for like little cheat meals, like have a donut here or like, have a pizza here. It just
Yeah.
depends. Like
Yeah.
if I'm just after a couple weeks, I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just have something like cool.
Yeah.
Then I'll have it. Like it's not really a big deal to me because if I have one thing, then the next day, like things you can do is just like eat a little less the next day for the next couple days. If you do it overboard, you can fast.
Yeah.
And it'll help you eat a little less calories. Like there's
Yeah.
just so much things that can like help you.
Yeah.
That I've learned.
Yeah.
All it comes down to is like to lose weight is you need to be in a deficit of
True.
calories. It is so easy. People overcomplicate it so much, and it's like all you do is burn more than you eat,
Yeah.
or just eat less than your maintenance.
Yeah. True. And
much
then and for real. And like if you go and you exercise while you're eating less than your maintenance, it'll help tremendously as well. So like it's really not that hard of a concept. Just like another tip is that if you are going into calorie deficit to prevent like the losing and burning of muscle mass, make sure that you consume as much protein as you possibly can. Preferably, you want to be eating your body weight in protein, as what Wyatt told me. So like for me, since I weigh 170 pounds right now, I want to be going and cutting. Well, I want to be consuming about 170 grams of protein. So that I have enough protein to maintain my muscle mass through cutting and stuff like that. Because you can go and burn through fat to maintain your body, but also right after fat, your body can burn through your muscle mass to maintain itself. But that's not what you want. What you want is to burn through that body fat. So yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much I kind of like overestimate with the protein just so like I don't miss it.
Oh yeah.
It's usually half to 1 gram of protein per your body weight. So you can go 0.5 to a gram.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier just measure like the amount of protein you eat per
Yeah.
your body weight.
Yeah.
If you're like
300 pounds or something like that.
That's probably not a good idea. It's kind of like impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. But like for me, like if I didn't get to 170 grams of protein in a day, like literally I would not beat myself up because like it is very hard to get up there. Like it's already a challenge enough as it is to get like to 100 grams of protein in a day. And so like getting upwards of 150 would be very hard. So like if you can't do that, then it's okay. Just try to get to that 100 mark. And then, and this depends on who I'm talking to as well. Try to get to that 100 gram mark. And then if you, and try to think of more clever ways to get protein, as well. Like for me, like protein bars, are very good. Also, and you can have that as a snack, or like protein chips from Quest are fucking amazing. Having like a meal replacement that's high in protein, low in calories, that's very good as well. And like think of different ways that you could cleverly fit in some, protein and stuff like that. Even if it means like you're making pancakes and then you throw protein powder in with the mix and stuff like that, that helps. And so you got to do that.
Yeah. There's always ways to find alternatives.
That is true.
You like
Yeah.
if you're having burgers, have turkey burgers.
Oh yeah.
It cuts the calories.
Hella.
And you keep the same amount of protein, and with the bread, just switch it out for like a low calorie bread.
Yeah, you could, and like you could do low calorie bread, but if you're cool with like doing wraps as well, like something that I've heard about that I haven't necessarily tried yet, but I want to, is that you could go and you could use these, you could use like lettuce as a roll and stuff like that, and you could roll everything up in a piece of lettuce, or you could do like cabbage or something like that. That works too. And the thing that I've realized about like lettuce and cabbage is they're super fucking low in calories. It was like ridiculous. Like shredded lettuce, I was looking at it, and literally it takes 1.5 cups of shredded lettuce to equal 10 calories. And that is fucking nuts, dude. That's a lot of fucking lettuce, and that's a lot of fucking food. And so, yeah. And then also, going and if you want to cut calories in little aspects, go for like almond milk, or as Wyatt likes to say, cashew milk, because cashew milk is it is a lot thicker and it's a lot richer, I would say, as you told me. And actually, you have a lot more experience with alternative milks than me.
For one of the benefit is you don't get stomach aches, because dairy does that to you if you're kind of like sensitive to lactose, type shit. And two, like the calories per cup is like 25 or 30, and usually regular milk's like around 160, depending on like the niche of fat that's in your milk.
True.
And in my opinion, it tastes better. Like nut milk tastes a lot better to me.
Yeah.
Because they have flavors to it. They have like a vanilla unsweetened. That's usually what I get. They have a coconut flavor too.
Yeah. If that's your thing, yeah. Some people don't fuck with that. So, but yeah. No, for real.
So it is a little richer. It's not necessarily thicker. It is a little thicker, but it's more rich. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like thicker than other, like, I would say other alternative milks out there, especially like coconut milk. Coconut milk is practically water, and then, which I do like coconut milk because I like the flavor of it. But then like almond milk is like it's decently thick, but I did try your cashew milk, and I feel like it's a little bit thicker than almond milk in some cases. Depends, I suppose.
It's good
brand.
in shakes.
Yeah. You told me about your protein ice cream and stuff like that, which does seem very fucking good, and you'll have to teach me how to make it because I'd love to try it out. Because I do love, and everybody fucking, well, not everybody, but shut the fuck up. Anybody that doesn't like ice cream is a fucking bop, dude. Like anybody that doesn't like ice cream is like literally like I don't know, like clearly they are not cultured individuals, I must say. So I must say, all my ice cream bros, out there, fucking represent, bro, for real. So yeah, so there was something else I wanted to talk about a little bit in regards to gaining weight and stuff like that. And because like I feel that people look at going to the gym and exercising as a way of going and losing weight, but that's not always the case. I've known people that are like, I want to gain weight. So like, let's chit chat. I don't know 100%, about this a little bit, for me personally, because my main goal was to lose. Do you know anything about gaining weight or gaining body fat or anything?
So there's things called clean bulks and dirty bulks. Dirty bulk is pretty much the only reason why I'd say our dirty bulk is if you were really skinny and you want to gain weight like really fast.
Yeah.
So like dirty bulk is like you just let yourself go. You eat as much as you can in order to gain all that weight.
Yeah.
And gain muscle at the same time. And then later on you would cut. Like you'd cut hard so you keep all that muscle.
Yeah.
And dirty bulks can last a while because usually it's because you're really skinny.
Yeah.
So there's that. I don't recommend it though if you're like skinny but you're not skinny. Like skinny, I mean like Richard in high school kind of skinny.
Yeah.
Is when you should dirty bulk. When you're clean bulking, it's like when you're like me, like you're skinny and you're a little cut, or you're like athletic, but if you dirty bulk, you'll go overboard.
Yeah.
So clean bulk is like usually a 200-300 calorie surplus. And you eat that for like 3-4 months, probably, maybe even less.
Yeah.
And then you would do a cycle of cutting. So it's pretty much just to gain muscle. Then you cut the fat off later on.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do that. So again, don't dirty bulk if you're like me or Richard at this stage in time.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. You would just be fat.
True.
Only do it when you're like skin and bone.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And like for me, through the experience that I have with talking with people that really say they want to gain, muscles, well, gain just weight in general. The thing is that, that can be very hard. I feel like a lot of people, especially like, since, I have been fat, and I know people that, that are obese, and they, kind of shit on people for being skinny. And the thing is that being skinny is just as hard, as, being, obese, because the thing is that, being skinny can be very scary, and it's just as detrimental to your health in some cases when you're too, when you do not have enough, body fat percentage, as, having too much, as we've spoken before. The thing is that what my recommendation for people that are underweight and that are, going through that is just like, doesn't like food is food in that case, food is food, and you just have to eat, if it means you're eating Taco Bell, like, 2 or 3 times, a week and stuff like that, I would say that that's okay. Sometimes, you just, especially when you need to gain, and you need it, for the sake of yourself, you don't have to look at calories. You don't even look at, the, nutrition facts, just eat things that bring you joy, because I know that a lot of people, they have, problems with eating because, well, it's just like they don't get enjoyment out of it, or like literally, eating can be scary for them. So like literally try to find ways to associate good, things with food. So like whenever you want to go and eat, eat with friends, if that makes you feel better. If you want to enjoy eating, associate it with like watching anime or watching TV, or, going and doing something, if it means you like driving and you like going out into nature, go and buy a burger and, just go on a drive, and then, find a nice spot to sit and eat, try to associate good things with the habit of eating. Because that could be just as helpful towards eating in general and gaining as, it could be, to actually eating. Because just eating is not good advice. Just eat. That's never going to be good advice for somebody that needs to eat. That's why I say, find good associations, and just, food is food. Don't think about all of that certain stuff. Also, another thing is like try to find like ways you can cook, because cooking can be a very enjoyable experience. If that's your thing, then that could help as well. Go and try to find a recipe, and then invite a few people over, and then go cook with them, and make something nice. Make something that you'll enjoy. That's my big recommendation for you. And gaining can be hard. I feel like a lot of people go and they envy and they even resent people for being skinny. And, sometimes it is very hard being skinny, because I have been there. Part of my life was I was very malnourished as a child. And like literally to this day, even if I know I'm safe and stuff like that, I still eat hella fast, because I feel like I may not get a chance to eat again. And I feel like the food may just get up, sprout legs, and fucking walk away. So like I eat very fast sometimes, which is something I need to work on, because it kind of goes against my enjoyment of the food and stuff like that. But I've been there. To those of you guys out there that have that struggle with being skinny, and I put that in huge quotes, I have been there. And you can gain, and you can make a difference, and do not be afraid. The thing about, losing weight and gaining weight is that you have to have some amount of courage, and you still have to go and do it, because it can be hard, because failure, especially when you're trying to lose and gain, can be very devastating. But the thing about people is that we're a lot stronger than we originally know, and we can go and we can grow, and we can keep going as long as we don't give up. That's the thing. Don't beat yourself up for missing a day or even a week at the gym. Like, due to COVID, like Wyatt could tell you, like he missed How long? What was the biggest gap between you going to the gym?
Oh shit. I think 3 months.
3 months. Okay. So like it doesn't. So if Wyatt can go and not be at the gym for 3 months, and bounce back, if you miss a day, then you could bounce back as well. We got our guest is back with broccoli. Oh my god. Just got dick slapped by that broccoli, bro.
That was ass broccoli.
You don't like it?
No.
So
You
back to
didn't
the
cook it well.
back to back to the advice of find food that you like to eat. Oh lordy. Another thing, and that's actually a good advice for people trying to lose weight. Try to find healthy ways of eating things that you like. If you like pizza, look at ways that you can make pizza that is low calorie, and also good for you. So yeah.
Yeah, right now I've been on like a fucking ground turkey craze.
Oh yeah, for certain.
Stank.
No, ground turkey is fucking amazing, and you can put it in just about anything. The thing about turkey is it's very lean.
Put it in a protein shake. Like grind it up in the blender. No, drink it. No? Why not?
The fuck you mean?
You're weird, bro. Anyway.
Fuck you. That's so fucking weird, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just like a meat shake, dude. A fucking meat shake.
You're amazing, bro.
Shut your bitch ass.
Serious.
Got my Ninja personal blender. I got my turkey right here, and then I have Italian seasoning, and I'm gonna go fucking throw that shit together. Throw a little bit of ice yogurt in there. Yes, sir. Don't even have to cook it. Just throw it in there.
This fucking. Yeah. Food.
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 No,
Yeah.
but no, like
I got a fucking a Snapchat from Marisa and like Sam. Well, like the camera was on Sam and she was just eating her shit, and then out of nowhere she's like, food. And I'm like, oh my god, I fucking created something.
You did create something. Yeah, you certainly did create something. Fucking Christ, bro. No, but yeah. Are there any closing things that you want to talk about and chit chat about for all of our friends out there that are, going through it or experimenting?
I can tell you guys my fucking kind of like album track list.
Yeah, do that. Plug it.
Yeah. Because probably by the time it's released, I'll already upload it to Instagram.
Yeah.
So I'll just probably say it right now.
Yeah.
Let's go to Wyatt's notes.
Yeah,
Where's my
Wyatt's notes. Right next to Jerk
Okay,
Off Cream.
So I don't really know the album name, but I'm leaning toward Alone or something else, because there's a story behind this album, and the album is pretty much like you meet someone you really care about, like fucking the heaven and stars move with her, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then kind of like you overthink and shit goes south with yourself, and then she leaves you, and pretty much you're stuck kind of like in this kind of like depression type shit, and then it keeps going forward. You get angry because the breakup happened, and then after that it's like, you know what, fucking leave, like forget me, I don't give a shit, like I'm my own person type shit. And there's also kind of like a hidden story in this that you kind of have to figure out on your own, and it's all said in one song, kind of like defines the entire type shit. But the track list, the first song is called The One. The second is In My Head, which you have all heard. Third is Anxious.
Yeah.
The fourth is I Wish You Felt the Same, which you all heard again. 5 is Alone. And then an interlude hits. And then 6 is Leave Me Alone. Then 7 is Wage War.
Wage War.
If you hear that title, you're like, oh shit, this isn't a sad song. And then 8 is Drowning. I think that's 8. Whatever. Yeah, it's Drowning, which you've heard on SoundCloud. Another interlude hits. And then it's Leave, and then Forget Me.
Sheesh. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think that Alone is actually a very good,
Yeah.
album name, stuff like that. Wyatt has been working very, very vigorously on this music for this album in particular, and I'm very excited for it to come out. I'm gonna be listening to it like a motherfucker, and he's got some very neat tracks in there, some new things as well as some classic things that you guys all know and love. But no, he's so like what if you have a genre to define yourself with, what would you say it is?
Oh fuck! I hate the word genre.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it comes to myself.
Yeah.
But I would say probably like alternative.
Yeah.
Because like I do have like typical like rap kind of like
Yeah.
type beats.
Mhm.
But then there's also just like fucking I scream in some
Yeah.
songs. And then there's some where it's just like really sad and
Yeah.
piano-y.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
it just depends.
Yeah.
And in this album, you're gonna like find my sound. You're gonna be like, this dude's like all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Which is why interludes are there, so you don't get
Mhm.
fucking jarred.
Yeah.
But I have one song in the works right now that I'm kind of debating on putting in this.
Yeah.
And then I think for sure I have another song on the
Mhm.
way
Yeah.
that I may wait
Mm-hmm.
to like release the album kind of like cover and then
Yeah.
have it on there because it's a feature
Mm-hmm.
that I've talked to someone.
Yeah.
We're for sure doing it. I just need to send a beat over.
Yeah.
But there's that.
All right, sweet. All right, so we got at least one feature, and then we have that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like I'm pretty excited about this album, and y'all should be too. Go and check Wyatt
By the
out.
way, if you heard of McCoy Blue, please find it on SoundCloud. He just released pretty much a banger of an EP, and holy fucking shit.
Oh, did he
He's so good.
actually?
today.
Sheesh, dude. I was waiting for some new shit. I knew that he said he was gonna make an album soon, so yeah, hopefully he will. But yeah, go check out McCoy Blue on SoundCloud. Check out Let In on Spotify, SoundCloud, and also on YouTube. Check me out on Elixstar on Twitch and also on YouTube. Just follow Dryft on Twitter. It's Dryft_esports, and subscribe and like. Comment what you would like to hear us talk about next, and give us any feedback that you have. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you all for watching. Looks like we're about out of time. So you guys take care and enjoy the rest of your day.